You gonna come on up? I see you up there. You wanna come on? Come on, bud. Huh? What are you doing? Hi. It's me. Is that you? Do you wanna come on and hang out? Nobody here yet. What do I do with my remote? I want to take it now. Somewhere over here. I can't tell if that's just me in here or if anybody else is in here. Good morning, if there's somebody else in here. If that's you, Evan. I got a feeling it's just my TV. Oh, we got a few people in here now. Good morning. I'm a little under the weather. I'm getting whatever the hell my wife's had for the last 2 days. But I want to do this live for Danielle. Danielle's getting the Super Pastel for her kids. And her, I'm sure. I don't think it's just for her kids. But, so I want to do this video. Quick, easy tub setup. And what I think are the essentials, the must-haves, you know. But I'm kind of waiting until she gets in here. But thank you everybody that's tuned in. The babies didn't eat again last night, and I got damn pinkies now, so they're not, definitely not scared of them. But this is Holly. Holly wanted to come on. I could see him up there running around. What are you doing, my dude? What are you doing? Now it's just me again. Just me in here. This won't stay up. Oh yeah, it does. Anyway, I guess I can start to get on with this video. She can watch it later, after the fact. What's going, Evan? Just doing a tub setup for Danielle. I don't know if she's... I told her I was going to do a live today, but I didn't get on it as soon as I wanted to because I'm not really feeling all that great. Fucking wife's been sick for 2 days and been out of work for 2 days because she's that sick. And guess who's got it now? Me. just the start of it, though. I'm starting to fucking get congested. But I want to do this video for Danielle. Because Danielle's getting that super pastel. She's getting it for her and her kids. So... So, I want to do this video. Nah, no, it just fucking, sometimes it takes that long. Fucking, I know that Dale said he had some that took him fucking forever. I didn't on my first fucking 3 clutches, Dale. And the ones I assist fed fucking 8 from the first time I assist fed. You know what I mean? It just fucking part of it. That's fucking, you know. Another thing that, you know, that sucks about ball pythons is getting them on food can be a fucking issue too. But Jesus Christ, fucking, that mine pounds food, man. All you have to do is stick it in front of her and she's fucking already grabbed it. She doesn't waste any time whatsoever. Fucking, she could care less about making sure that it's food. She just grabs it and fucking eats it. Christ, she'll be on fucking rat pops probably fucking... I could probably give her rat pops already. Honestly, she's a fucking fat little chunky fucking thing. Yeah, let me turn the fuck camera around so I can fucking see what the fuck I'm doing. She just ate last night. Look at her. She ate a nice little chunk. But she's fucking ate from day one. She ate frozen thawed right from get-go. And fucking all I had to do was just drop it and leave it in there for her. And she ate that first night. And she's had 5 meals already. So, you know, hey, fucking once they get on food, hey, what's happening, Skeeter? I'll get caught up on your lives here, buddy. Fucking, I'm fucking sick. My wife's fucking sick. My wife's been sick for 2 days. I just want to do this video for Danielle, though. Fucking, now that we got people in here, I guess I can chit-chat fucking to see if she's actually going to show up. Because I'm going to do a recap on how to set up a tub. So Danielle will be all set by the time she gets there. But thank you, Skeeter. Appreciate the likes. No sheds on the new babies yet. I checked this morning. I expected to see a shed this morning. But it could take up to a fucking week and a half anyway, fucking once they're out of the egg. So it's not too bad. When Danielle shows up, I'm sure she'll say good morning. Yeah, it is afternoon now, ain't it? Yeah, Danielle's taking the super pastel. Yeah, and Evie wants the black pastel. Again. So I got the leopard still available. And that fucking leopard is fucking awesome. Wife even likes it. Because this one right here, fucking at night, come in here, open and turn the light on, and this one's right in the front of the tub. Open the tub up and it like runs right to you. Like you better have your hand fucking sitting there, because it's coming right out fucking. And it's not in food mode, it's just fucking, it's like super friendly, you know. And that super pastel started doing that too now, and cause this one's done it from day one. That fucking super pastel leopard, that one's from day one, runs right out at night. Fucking, they're wicked sociable already. Fucking these other guys, I'm fucking not holding them because I. It does irritate me because didn't have nearly this fucking problem. Like I said, when I fucking stuck that fucking and I stuck the fucking head of that fucking pinky down the back of its throat, you know, but they were wet. And I honestly think when they're wet, it's easier for them to spit out. And that black pastel spit it out 3 fucking times. The other ones, as soon as I fucking stuck it in their mouth and closed their mouth up on it and set them down, they swallowed. All the other ones swallowed, which I only had 2 others that I had to assist feed ever out of the other 3 clutches. Fucking Twitch was one of them. Twitch, I actually ended up having to assist feed like 3 times. But once I put it in her mouth, she knew what to do with it after that, and and they don't fight. They weren't even fighting. That fucking black pastel like opened his mouth fucking up like almost on his own, and he didn't really fight too bad. I was surprised that he didn't fucking eat it. But the second and the third time that I did it, fucking when I put it in his mouth, he did start to struggle a little more. But look, just to give you a little idea how unevasive it really is, you know, as bad as that sucked, look, you see him? Oh yeah, he fucking hates me. That I'm being stupid. He doesn't hate me. Doesn't even care. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucked last night, but he's not holding it against me. But luckily we actually got some rat juice in him. So he might actually the next time might actually realize, hey, that actually didn't taste too bad. You know. But you see, he's still fine. Oh, he didn't get all runny when I took him out. He's not all runny right now. I mean, if it really was that bad, and he took it as it was, oh my God, the worst thing ever, he wouldn't be acting like this. He would have acted defensive and all that when I went and took his hide off him. And like I say, they're a lot more tolerant than we think. Snakes are a lot more tolerant, and and granted, I've held them a little bit, but I haven't held them that much. Not enough, like fucking where my other snakes that I just reach in and pull out. Hey, what's happening, Dale? Dale's here. I don't know. I don't know, Evan. Fucking, I'd like to, but I can't keep them all. Getting those 3 fucking clown those clown albino enchies, fucking, getting 3 of them kind of, pooched me on wanting to keep fucking any of them other than that one I already just showed you. Oh, cool. It's all good, buddy. Appreciate it. It's just you, me, and Evan right now. Danielle's probably got shit going on now because she was probably expecting me to come on this morning, and I would have, but man, I don't really feel that great. I don't feel great right now. I stopped taking my meds too because my fucking meds were making me sick to my stomach without not the puking, but they were turning my fucking stomach, and they were making me feel all jittery and shit. And I tried them for like fucking 5-6 days, and I was like, fuck that. And couldn't sleep. I was waking up at 3:30 in the fucking morning, and not being able to get back to sleep. And yes, my wife gave it to me. Really? Fuck, man, I can't do it. And I fucking couldn't sleep. Yeah, you try telling me to fucking stick it out. The fuck? Hey, honey.
Yeah.
What the hell's that med I'm taking or was taking?
Cymbalta.
Cymbalta? Is that what you got, bub? Yeah, I don't fucking feel like eating either. Dale says that his fucking did the same thing to him, but he said after about 10 days of taking it, it went away.
What about like all the clenching of the
No,
jaw?
he said he had that too. Couldn't sleep. Fucking didn't feel like eating. He said, no, this is a long word. He can't remember. And mine fucking ain't that Symbala either if you go look at it.
It's the generic form.
Oh, yeah, but it's...
Cymbalta.
Yeah, well, mine's a big word too, but she's telling me mine's the generic brand, which is a long word, but it's just fucking... It's a generic for Symbala. Yeah, see, I fucking don't like it. Fucking, I was gritting my teeth, fucking... Had that fucking body buzz fucking coming over me like when you're fucking just getting ready to start tripping.
Duloxetine.
Duloxetine.
At least I think that's how you say it.
Oh, you had noontime gas? Mine didn't make me gassy. Oh, I know. Well, this one wasn't supposed to make me drowsy because I don't want to be drowsy and I don't want to fucking really tell. And I was still angry. You know, I still got angry over stupid stuff, and that's why I was taking it. To try to help fucking me not get so angry over nothing. But, Jesus Christ, fucking... I had all those side effects and still angry. You know what I mean? What the fuck? And now on top of it, now I stopped taking it. I am taking it 2 days, and Christ fucking... Well, it does suck for you because you got fucking shit you got to do. It's not so bad for me because I don't fucking, my day's easy. I don't have to get up and run off to a fucking job, so fucking the non-sleep isn't like a big issue for me, but I definitely could see where it is for somebody else that's got a fucking, 9 to 5 fucking job and you can't sleep at night. And then when I get back to sleep, it's like I'm not sleeping. I'm fucking still awake, but my eyes are closed. Hey, buddy. All good. Oh, let's see. Danielle, you here yet? She's probably busy. I didn't text her and tell her that when I was going live. Because I'm kind of doing this for her, which isn't a big deal. I didn't tell her that I told her I was doing it this morning, but it's not this morning. So, and it's what? Thursday afternoon. Yeah, Dale Christ, the one that I'm definitely keeping for out of the babies. You don't have to text. I understand your phone's in your pocket. I still can talk to you though. Fucking my baby that I plan on, that I'm definitely keeping out of the fucking first clutch. Fucking Christ on its 5th meal, and I guarantee you I could probably give her a rat pup next meal. I fed her every 3 days for the first 3 meals. And then I stretched it out to the 5th to 5 days. The last 2 meals have been fucking every 5 days. So I'm thinking now, because that last meal I just fed her was pretty much almost a fucking rat pup. So I'm thinking I'm gonna give her 7 days now from last night, and then feed her a rat pup. And then I'm gonna start handling her too now. I'll start fucking putting her in the rotation of handling. The only other babies I've been handling are the ones that fucking run out to me when I open the fucking when I open the enclosure. When they run out to me, I don't have much fucking choice because they're like running to my body. And literally, and they'll get to the point because they don't know yet that they can fall. So you got to be careful because they like little fucking, they're even younger than teenagers. Fucking, these guys have no fear yet. So I open the tub up. They'll come right to me. They'll be looking at me right in the face and coming to me like they fucking don't know there's air in between. You know what I mean? So you have to stick your hand up there. It'll end up right on the fucking floor. What's happening, Patrick? Just in for a little bit this morning. Not feeling the best. All my adults fucking been eating great. Arcadia's fucking is listening. He's fucking on the boat ride back to shore, so he can't really fucking text right now, but he's listening. And he sees it, Patrick. I just want you to know he's not ignoring you. He's just in a situation where he can listen, but he can't really type right now. So, but I'll let you know. He says, hey, because I know he does. This cat, but opened him up. What are you doing, bud? You think you want to come out? You're looking snazzy this morning. You're looking snazzy in your orange suit. You're looking snazzy in your new suit, your orange suit. Oop, hang on. We're going to spruce up your tub while we're waiting. Storm, I guess, is adjusted to her tub just fine. She's eaten 3 meals in that CB70. She just ate again last night, so obviously she's fine with being in here. Don't mind it a bit. And there she is hanging out in the front, towards the front. They tend to fucking just always stay in there, fucking hide when they're not comfortable. And she's been doing both, and she just had a meal last night, so that's what all the blood is. Sorry, for people that are put off by any blood. It was frozen thawed. I only feed frozen thawed other than fucking Vixen, Vixen's the only one that fucking eats live. I don't know why did you just see him? He's like all over my lips and my nose. He was tonguing at my lips and my nose pretty hard there. Like he smelt something he liked. I don't think they were snake kisses. But yeah, he looks so put off by Dad waving his arms around, and I'm not holding him. He's holding himself. Good morning, Danielle. Been waiting for you. But it's all right. I didn't tell you when I was going on, and I'm sick. My wife gave me whatever fucking creepy crud she had going. She's starting to feel better today, but she's still home. Today's the 3rd day in a row she's been home from work because fucking she's been sick. So, and now I've got the fucking start of it. But I'll do all kinds of shit. Look, just so everybody knows, my sidekick's always here. My sidekick. Yeah, sinus infection, fucking, she had the fucking fever and, clogged up here, clogged up in her fucking chest, and, cause now I'm getting it. But I'm lucky because normally I'm the one that gets sick first, get over it, she gets sick, and then I get fucking sick again. By getting it last, there's a good chance I'm only going to get sick this one fucking time. So there is a plus out of it. I'm all set up here to do this video for you because I want to do this tub setup, this easy tub setup. And few things that to me, I gotta haves. No, it's for my wife probably kissing people. No. That's what I tell her. I said, I wish you'd stop kissing fucking sick people. She does. But, where'd my tub go? There it is. Alright, Danielle. This is what we're gonna do. Now, the only thing I don't want you to fucking... Don't look at this jump start, because I already told you I hate those jump starts, and Dale agrees, and anybody that's kept snakes for any length of time will tell you these jump starts are fucking junk. For one thing, they'll drop anywhere from 5 to 7 degrees before they kick back on, and they'll go above what you actually set the heat mat to. You know what I mean? They're a turn on, and once it gets above what you set it, it turns completely off, and then it will drop, and it has a way too much of a drop and way too much of a rise. When it comes back on, it will rise over what you want the mat temperature. So these jump starts, honestly, are just what they are. They're a seedling mat. They're for seeds, for something like that. A lizard, you could probably get away with a lizard with it, dropping, that. But I still, even a lizard, I wouldn't recommend these jump starts. This is just so I can give you an idea how to set up a small tub. But so we'll just say this is the Inkbird thermostat that I told you that I like the Inkbird thermostats. That's why I got an Inkbird thermostat on my incubator, because you can adjust the drop so it only drops 1 degree. It doesn't drop way down, and it won't just completely shut off either. And some of them, I don't know if the one you got has an alarm. You can set an alarm on it also. So if it gets, gets too cold or too hot, an alarm will go off. Some of the Inkbirds have that capability. But anyway, I like the Inkbirds because if the heat mat gets too hot, it will shut off. It'll drop the electrical supply to it. Now your heat mat, I'm pretty sure, is going to have a dimmer on it. Don't worry about the dimmer. What you want to do is you want to turn that dimmer switch all the way up, because it doesn't matter what this dimmer is telling it what to do. Your thermostat's actually going to regulate your mat. So you want to turn that dimmer switch all the way up. And what I like to do, I like to duct tape them or tape them all the way up, so that way it doesn't get turned down, by chance, or get turned off. So turn your dimmer switch all the way up, tape it up so the switch can't be messed with. This guy, he's being really good. All right, buddy, I gotta get you swung over my neck. All right, so here's your heat mat. This little tiny table kind of sucks. Here's your heat mat. You're going to have your heat mat cord, and you're going to plug that into your thermostat. Now on that Inkbird, you're going to see it's got 2 plugs on it. One says for heating, the other one says for lighting. Obviously, you're going to want to use the plug that says for heating. So you plug that plug from your heat mat into where it says heating, and then you're going to take the probe, which that Inkbird will have one too. You take this probe and you tape it down. I like to use Gorilla Tape, but you can get away with duct tape. Duct tape or Gorilla Tape works really good. If you got access to that foil tape, the foil tape works really good too. And what you do is you want to tape that down to your heat mat. Whoops. You want to tape your probe down on your heat mat. Now, I told you to get the big heat mat. You're not going to need all that heat mat in the very beginning, because you're only going to put about that much. Literally, you only want about maybe 3 inches of that heat mat under your tub. Okay. So, and then to run all of these, any of these jump starts or that Inkbird, to set it, you're going to see the set button. You hold that set button down until this light is blinking. And once that light is blinking, then you can use the temperature up or temperature down button. And normally they're always set really low. So you're going to want to bring that up. And normally I like to start mine right about 90. Right at 90 degrees. And then you're going to have to hit the set button. Once you get it at what temperature you want, you hit that set button. But you hold the button down again until it goes solid. Until the numbers go solid. And once the numbers go solid, you know that it's set. Alright, so now that you got that, I would leave it for a few hours, probably 2 to 3 hours. And you're going to want to get yourself a temp gun. These are cheap too. I think I paid $12 for this off eBay, Amazon, anything. But you definitely want a heat gun. And what you're going to do is after 2-3 hours, 3-4 hours, I guess, give it a good chance. Then you're going to go and you're going to read the temperature on the heat mat. And you're trying to get anywhere from 88 to about 90 degrees. And a lot of people say 89 to 90, but honestly, I feel ball pythons 88 to 90 degrees seems to be perfect for ball pythons. So you're going to read that hot spot, and if it's colder than what you actually want, then you're going to go back and you're going to hit the set button, and I would only go up maybe a degree or 2 at a time. If you go a whole bunch, if you go up, say 3 to 4 degrees, you're going to end up having a lot of time just messing with up and down, up and down. So I honestly try at 90 degrees, hit it with the temp gun, go up a degree or 2. That's it. And then give it a few hours. Give it 2 to 3 hours, and then go back and then check that hot spot again. And you want to do this. This is before you even get any animals. And that's not just for Danielle. That's anybody. You guys want this set up. I always get my setups up and going a week ahead of time. Literally. Because sometimes it takes a lot longer than we think to get it dialed in. These tubs, not so much. But you get into larger spaces and bigger open spaces, it's going to take you some time to get it figured out. Yes, it will, because it's not. I mean, Danielle, that's on wood. Them are all on wood. It will melt the plastic before it would ever do anything to the wood. But that's why you run a thermostat. A thermostat's going to keep your mat from ever getting too hot. You know what I mean? But that's why you also want to buy a good heat mat. These jump starts don't shut off. That if this malfunctions, this will let that heat mat go right up too high, and then you take a chance that you could burn your place down. But as long as you get a real good, she's getting that super pastel deal. As long as you go and get a good thermostat, they will shut off if your mat gets too high, and within a few degrees higher than what you have it set. You know what I mean? That's why I said don't skimp out on your thermostats. Nobody skimp out on that. You're not only talking about the livelihood of your animal that you could possibly damage, but you also could come home to a burnt down house. You know what I mean? But honestly, to me, losing an animal is worse than fucking losing my house. You know, I don't know. Most other people probably feel the opposite, in that they'd rather lose an animal than their house, but I wouldn't. I'd rather manage to keep all my animals and lose my house, honestly. So anyway, and you're gonna want, like I said, 88 to 90 degrees for your hot spot. You're only gonna want about 2.5, 3 inches when that snake's really small. In this size tub, that's all you need for heat. You know, and I would keep a snake in this till like 600 to 800 grams. Then I would go to bigger. About this, I wouldn't go like huge either. I'd go like from that size tub to that size tub. You know, and cause I'm talking one that's set up like this, you know, with the top and all that, which would be like those up there. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't go like from this to a huge ass tub. Ball pythons do better with smaller jumps up from what they used to being in. It just keeps them on food better and all that. You know, it doesn't tend to stress them out as much. You know. So, but anyway, and you see how my tubs is all blacked out. Black your tub all out. Don't drill all these holes. Don't drill any holes in the bottom of your tub. I always only drill holes. I put about 3 holes in the front of my tubs in the top. And because it's easy enough, if you're getting too much moisture in there, then you can open all these holes up. But if you're losing too much moisture, you can cover a couple of these holes up. One pencil size hole is enough for that snake to breathe fine. I mean, literally, you know. So that's what I do, is I drill, and you want to drill from the inside out, Danielle, so that way all the burrs are on the outside, and that way there's nothing sharp for the snake to catch its face on. But when you're drilling those out, put tape first and then drill through the tape. It'll help keep it from cracking, because you crack these fucking lids and fuck, you got to go buy another tub in order to get another lid, you know what I mean? So you want to be real careful about drilling these. You want to drill them slow, and you want to drill them through like duct tape or something, and drill from the inside out just to keep the burrs on the outside. All you need is a simple water bowl. Like I said, everybody and their brother has a water bowl in the cabinet already. What I like to do is I do paper towel. You can do whatever you want, but this is just how I do things here. Is I run the selector size, and one piece of paper towel fits perfect in there. You see that? But what I like to do is I'll triple up in the very front to allow more wicking for moisture to help with keeping the moisture in there. Because that's the other thing. I like to keep mine about 65 to 85 degree humidity. 65 to 85%. And honestly, I prefer to be up about 70 to 85. But definitely, but 65 to 70 is probably fine. And a lot of people do the 65 to 70, on a normal basis. When they get ready to shed, I definitely like to have mine up around 75 to 85% humidity in my tub when I know that they're in shed. You'll notice pink bellies. This guy's not in shed, but you'll notice pink bellies first, and then the dulling, because they're really shiny. You guys don't get to see how shiny these guys really are all the time. Normally it's the normals that you see it, but you'll start seeing that they're not so shiny, that they look dull and all that, besides the pink bellies. Yeah, that's why I did 2, Evan. See, this is a tub that I set up in the very beginning when I first started 6 years ago. And I had put way too many fucking holes from get-go. You know what I mean? And all my other tubs all just have 3 holes in the top of the lid. That's it. And like you said, it's that way. It's easy enough because you can tape them up, and you can cut off some fucking leakage of your humidity, or you can open it up if you need to let out some humidity. You know what I mean? But you really only need like 3 holes about the size of a pencil. You know, big around as a pencil. And that's all you need in that whole tub. But the hide is kind of important too. You really kind of want, like a little hide. This is like a 5 by 5. No, it's 5.5 by 4 by 2.5. So it's 5 inches, 5.5 wide by 4 inches across sideways, and then 2.25 inches high. But there's that leopard. But you only need a small hide, but you can make it out of a bowl. I mean, I've made them out of these bowls before. If you got a soldering gun, you could just go and solder out, a small hole for them to get in the bowl. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of fucking snake shit. These snakes don't know a snake bowl from the pet store from a fucking bowl in your cabinet. You know what I mean? So you don't have to go all elaborate. You get a fucking nice, enclosure, glass enclosure of some sort, and you know what I mean? And something like that, yes. Obviously, you probably fucking want something nicer than this. But if you're dealing with a tub, they really don't give a fuck what their water's in. You know what I mean? That's more or less for, for people that have a nice setup. You don't want, you wouldn't just want a fucking regular bowl from your house probably in there. But this is what I've been using. These little deli dishes is what I've been using for my babies. When they get bigger, they'll fucking spill these. So you don't want to use something like this. That's why I like these anchor bowls, because you see how flat they are. They don't have a chance of grabbing a hold of it. I've never had any snakes spill any of these bowls, and they're at Walmart. They're only like $4, and this is like a 6 cup or 8 cup for like $6. They don't spill it, which is nice. But this is fine for a baby. You want yourself a good cleaning solution. I love this chlorhexidine. A lot of vets use it to clean their offices and all that. I think it's F11 or F9 too. There's also the green, this stuff, I guess. This stuff works good too. I guess a lot of people use this wipeout stuff. The only thing is this you're supposed to give about 20 fucking minutes before you put an animal back in the enclosure. Because this has got some chemical shit in it. But this has got a really pleasant smell. Not chemically smell. It smells like clean. It's got a good clean smell. But I can wipe them right out and put them right back in this. You know what I mean? I've never had an issue in 6 years of cleaning their tubs out, get them completely dry, and then I slide them back in there, after. I order this offline too. You don't need a gallon of it. You can get, this gallon cost me like $22. A gallon for you would last you 10 years on that one snake. You only need to get it in about a liter, because you're only mixing to this size container 1 tablespoon to this size spray bottle. And for you, this spray bottle would last forever. You know what I mean? Before you'd have to refill it. And what I like to do is I just mix up a gallon jug, because I go through so much of it here. But that 1 bottle mixed up for you would probably last a couple months, because they only go after they've eaten. About 3 days after the ball pythons eat, they'll pee, possibly poop, but most likely it's pee. A lot of times they only poop once they shed, or after shed, or during shed. No, that's cool. Well, if you got a pet store, any pet stores local, all pet stores sell frozen thawed. You know what I mean? And for you to go to a pet store isn't that bad, but they're a lot more money at the pet store. Evie buys hers right through Rodent Pro, even when she only had one snake. But that's the thing. I wouldn't go necessarily buying 25 of one size when they're babies, because they won't eat 25 before they'll be ready to go up to the next size. You know what I'm saying? So, Tractor Supply stores, Casey says, sells frozen thawed too. So there's plenty of places you don't have to worry about having a breeder. All pet stores sell frozen thawed. Tractor Supply obviously too. I didn't know that. That's good to know, Casey. But I didn't know that. But I know all pet stores do, and I'm sure you got a pet store somewhere there. But when you get this little guy, this one's only going to eat once a week in the very beginning. Once you get it up to wean rats, then I'd say go ahead and you can go every 2 weeks if you want. Or you could still, if it's still eating good, you can feed it wean rats every 7 days too if you want. But there's really no reason to like hurry up and get them big, you know. Especially when you're looking at pets. Enjoy them. Enjoy them. Grow them steady, because steady growing is the right way to grow. Not slow and steady, but a steady growth. You know, that's what you're aiming for, is for a steady growth. You don't want fucking these big leaps and shit, you know. No snake fucking needs to fucking eat, you know. When they get up to fucking small rats, you don't need to feed them every fucking 7 days on small rats. You're doing more bad than you are good, unless you're breeding. If you're breeding, it's one thing. But just for pet snakes and all that, you don't want to be feeding your pet snake on small rats every 7 days. That's just, it's too much, and you're doing more bad than you are good. You know. No, they didn't eat last night, and I tried fucking assist feeding Evie's 3 times, and it spit it out every time. Yeah, see, Dale likes the chlorhexidine too. And it is cheaper than the F9 too. It's cheaper than all of them. But I'm telling you, most all vets, this is what they clean their offices with when we leave with our animals. You know, I mean, and it's $20, $22 for a gallon jug, and you're mixing it, you dilute it. You know what I mean? So it would take you forever and a day to go through a gallon. There's no reason you need to buy a gallon of it. You know, you could buy a liter of it. I think you can get it in the liter. Oh, deal, I wish you was at home so you could fucking help me out if I forgot anything. But that's it. You just want a small hide, a water bowl, 88 to 90 degree hot spot with the size, depending on what size mat you get. You don't have to use all of it. I like buying these bigger mats, so I never have to buy another mat when I go up a size on tubs. These mats I've had for over 6 years. They are still rocking. It's like $12 for this size mat, people. $12. And, you know, you don't have to buy those damn, $60 reptile fucking heat mats. These are fucking cheap, and you can buy them in different sizes. This is the biggest size. It's 20 watts, and it's, 11 by 18, I'm pretty sure. You know, that's what I've got Roxy on that big-ass tub over there. She's on one of these, full size, but the whole mat's under her. You know what I mean? But on this size tub, I only use that much mat. There's no reason to have any more mat than that. You'll have too much heat in here. Because you still want a cool side too. And if I put that much mat under it, this side's going to be way too hot. So you really only want it warm on there. And you want your probe on the half that you actually are using, that you have your snake on. So, but that's a cheap, easy setup, and these are just some things that are what I feel are the necessities. You got to have a good thermostat, you know, not this jump start shit. A good thermostat, a heat mat, and you don't have to buy a fucking reptile heat mat. You know, all you got to do is buy a heat mat. But a heat mat is something that I would have two of because they can malfunction. It could be a Friday afternoon or a Monday morning that person built that. And Monday morning, we all know how we are on Monday mornings when we go to work. We're half there. So that mat might have been built by somebody on a Monday or a Friday. A Friday, they're not thinking about a good job on that mat. They're thinking about what they're doing on the weekend. To me, you want the guy on Wednesday. The guy, you know, the manufacturers that are building shit, you want them on a Wednesday. Because they're actually probably really focused on what they're fucking doing on Wednesdays. So, anyway, I would have two mats just in case of, you know, a bad mat. And those are cheap enough. Even though I haven't had any problems with them, and I recommend these fucking mats to everybody because there's no reason to spend that ungodly fucking money on the reptile basic mats. And they're good mats, but look, you know, when we don't have to, why spend the extra money just because it says reptile on it? I don't buy all Harley shit because that says Harley Davidson on it. I'd be stupid to do that. When I can fucking save money, when there's something else out there that's just as good, that's what I'm going to buy. You know what I mean? Save the money and put it in. You can put it into somewhere else, you know, for your animal or whatever. You could spend the extra money on food or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but you want a decent heat mat. You know, decent. Doesn't have to be the top of the line. A decent heat mat, and I would have two of them. You want yourself a heat gun. Like I said, these are like $10 to $12, and you could probably even get them cheaper than that. I'm just saying. I think that's about what I paid for this one. I didn't pay big money. Water bowl hide. You can pull one out of your cabinet. You know, get a tub. I like the 12-quart tubs to start my babies out in. You know, and like I said, I'll leave them right in there. They're good for about a year, 2 years in that size tub. I wait till they're about, 600-800 grams before I'd move them out of this size tub. And then I would only move them up, maybe a couple size tub up from the tub that they used to. Just to make sure that each transition is a smooth transition and I almost guarantee you won't have any food off. They won't go off food from fucking going slightly up from what they used to. And use the same hides, the same bowls when you can because they get, there's scents on that. And fucking his heat gun. Alright, I gotta go back and read this. My Tractor Supply did not stock in the Bastards, but I got them too. But with the babies, how much water would I put in the bowl? Fill it. Fill it. Snakes, fill that water bowl up. You don't have to worry about snakes drowning. They swim. You know what I mean? Fill the water bowl. Just like you would for any other animal. Fill it. You could go when people give them baths and stuff, they're not worried about them drowning. That's not why they're saying only give them so much water. It's just because you don't need them in there swimming the whole time that you're like giving them medication or you're trying to hydrate them. You don't want them swimming all the time, and that's the only reason but nobody's worried about them drowning. Snakes fucking will sit right underwater for a long time. To where I was concerned sometimes too, going, holy fuck, is my snake dead? Fuck no. Trust me, they know to hold their breath and walk. They're better swimmers than we are, honestly. So you don't have to worry about how much water or anything like that. Ultra Therm heat mat is what I got. Yeah, I don't know what these are. These are cheap. $12.99 fucking off eBay. Been using them for 6 years, and they work great. You know, I got fucking her on one now.
Me and the puppy are running to the weed store. Well, dump bank in the weed store.
Okay.
Probably gotta get gas in
Yeah,
there
you can
too.
kiss me now. You already made me sit.
I love you.
Love you too. Siri's in the house. What's happening, Siri? Laugh out loud. There's real heat through it. If they get in the bowl, it can flood the bin. Yes, I would keep. Yes, he's right. Keep it down a little bit. I mean, like anything. If you fill it too full, anytime you go to mess with a tub, if you want to take it from the heat mat and move it, you'll spill it. So yeah, you want to keep it down a little bit so you're not spilling it. I mean, but if you were, but I'm taking it, Dale. She was worried that the snake might drown if she puts too much in the bowl. I figured that she knew enough to fucking not fill it to the very top. Fucking deal. Hello, what's yes, she just laughed. Yeah, I got you for the. Yes, a little spillage is okay. That's the other thing. Very good. I like these gauges for fucking newbies like me. These fucking gauges were awesome. It tells me temperature. It tells me humidity. You know, it gives me the ambient temperature and it tells me the humidity. Okay? The biggest thing I care about is the humidity. I don't really care about, I didn't care about the ambient in these tubs. But there's the indicator. See, I'm gonna stick my finger right in front of her face just so everybody can see. Oh yeah, I'm so worried she's gonna bite me. I'm not. I'm being funny. But anyway, this is the probe. You stick the probe in here, and and I like to tape it down because so that way it's not just all flopping around. But I like to put one of these in all my tubs. I had them in these too, and what I normally do is I put it like in the middle of the tub, right here, and hang it down over the side so it's right here, and I would tape the tape so I could fucking hold it, tape it down on that ridge, so that way when I put the cover on the top, it didn't hold it up a whole lot. And you definitely want lids that lock. Somehow these two locks, a lot of people say, oh my god, that's not enough. I've never had any snakes fucking come out of this fucking tub ever. But I do like these flip down clip. These are way better than these. I would not recommend anybody getting these fucking cheapo fucking lids for their snakes. Works for mine because my snakes don't even fucking try to get away. But I wouldn't tell somebody else. You want something that actually locks good. You know what I mean? Or like these hefty ones. I like these fucking hefty ones. That's why I went and got another one. They've got a nice fucking lock, and this lid is actually really nice. I'm pretty sure my snakes can't push out of the top of that hefty one. These little babies can't push out of this. But anyway, I like to get a gauge, and I take the Velcro sticky, the Velcro sticky thing, and I stick that gauge right on the front of my tub so I can watch the humidity. I use those, like I said, mostly for the humidity. It takes a lot of the guesswork for the fucking new people out there that aren't, dealing with humidity. I don't even replace my gauges now. When my gauges, shit the bed, I don't worry about it. This is what I do. Okay? I stick my hand in there and I go like this. Yep, I can tell it's wet. Or damp. You want it damp, not wet. If you have them too wet for too long, they'll start getting what they call scale rot, and it'll start showing up as like dark spots or almost reddish spots sometimes underneath the scales on their belly. about it tipping over. Oh no, no, no! That look. Look, my finger is bigger than this snake. You guys think these snakes are, look how tiny this fucking thing is. This snake in no way, shape, or form gonna fucking spill this water bowl. I mean, look how big that bowl is compared to that snake. You guys think I understand, because I thought the same thing. Look, my finger is bigger around than that biggest part of this snake. This snake, I mean, couldn't hurt me if it wanted to. I mean, I can't wait for you guys to get these guys in, realize, because I know they look way bigger when I'm sitting here holding it like this, but when you literally see my finger is like way bigger than these snakes. You know what I mean? These snakes have no power right now. The only thing that they can overpower is a little piece of food about this big. You know what I mean? So, but yes, when they get to about 500-600 grams, you know, this water bowl is gonna, you know, good chance they're gonna spill this. That's why I like the thick glass bowls, and you don't want the ones that come down at an angle. You want the ones that come down flat, that have a fucking flat base. None of those fucking, you know what I mean? The ones that come down at an angle are the ones that they spill real easy. But if you get one that's completely fucking flat, like these they fucking, I've never had them spill them. They'll get inside of it and overflow water sometimes, but honestly, 90% of my snakes don't soak. They don't soak in the water, but I believe it's because I always keep my humidity 75 to 85% all the time, whether they're in shed or not. It's just what I do here, that's all. Not saying that everybody ought to do it, but I do it here and get away with it. Oh, tipped over, yeah. No, they ain't big enough. You see how fucking small that is? I gotta get caught out here. That other one, they can push the sides of them. And I told her I will take care of all of her fluids for now. I don't understand. I don't get the fluid fucking thing. Can't help but run my mouth. Sorry. No, I'm not. No, I fucking not taking as you running your mouth, dude. I thought it was funny. Yeah, because that other one, they can push the sides of the. Yeah, but that little snake ain't gonna be able to push fucking shit right now. I mean, it'd have to get some size before they got anything near the strength that they need to push a top up. And honestly, I had this motherfucker right there, that middle tub, for 2 fucking days, never even had the back of it latched. And guess what? He never even tried to get out. You know, when your snakes fucking feel safe and secure, they're not gonna try to get out of this shit. They don't. They just don't. Because I could prove it right now. I could get him running around and unlock his lids, and he's not even gonna try to push his top up, and he could very easily. Oh yeah, because that other one they can. That's great. You know, happy to hear. Yeah, that was her snake I had out. Be careful. That's some famous last words. Harmless. I use deli cuts for little snakes and never had. No, because they've got that nice fucking, you know, they're taping a little bit, but not like those fucking bowls that come and wrap down and then come down to the small center. Those ones tip over real easy. The flat bottom base ones. And I've even heard of people taking and gluing their bowls down too. I've never done that, but you've got that too. You could take the fucking, a hot glue gun and glue your bowls down too. Oh, mine's soak, yeah. Yeah, mine don't soak, but I'm sure you keep your humidities higher. I really think it's the ones that get overheated They get too hot, they'll soak, and I think when they're fucking dry, that's my personal opinion, and I don't really have anything to back it up, but other than my snakes don't normally soak. This guy does it, but I think he does it more because he's just weird. Yeah, see, I'm assuming you probably keep your humidities higher too. I know you're on ReptiChip, which that right there, pretty much tells me, because ReptiChip does. ReptiChip is great for holding humidity, fucking without a doubt. No, it depends. If they get too hot or dehydrated, they'll soak. Because I fucking forgot that one too. Dehydration, they'll soak. To me, I would think dehydration, too hot, meaning the ambient temperature is a little higher than they like. It doesn't necessarily mean it's too hot. It's just a little higher than they might like, or they're in shed and they know it's too dry. Their environment's too dry. Those are the three reasons I would think for a snake soaking. But I don't know because I don't have snakes that soak. Actually, I did have fucking one of my females when she was going through a ship because I was breeding her. She actually did soak in her bowl, like her tail, not her whole body. She just had like her tail or part of her body was like in her water bowl, but her whole body wasn't in there. So I guess during breeding they could do it too. Oh, about your mom's car, yeah. Is it good? They will fit in PVC too. My mom's car. They won't fit in PVC to make non. Oh, they fit in PVC too. What happened to your mom's car? Her mom showed up with it overfull. Oh, she's not telling you. All right, if worried. She overfilled her. Oh, finally left out all that. Was a hell of an all flush. Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents on fucking how to set up a snake tub. A cheap, easy, good fucking house. Nothing wrong with it. I know that you're always going to have the other side say that. But even Freedom Breeders fucking guy came out fucking not too long ago. I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago. And fucking his main guy that does a lot of their breeding came out and said it. Said, look, ball pythons do really well in racks. Why? Because that's more like what they are used to in the wild. Even though these aren't wild snakes, they do really well in racks because they are a secluded, secretive animal that don't really like to be out and about, fucking out in the open, So, but yes, there are some that do well in it, like any animal. Some animals do great caged up. Others don't. So, there we go. We have dogs that are fucking prefer their kennel than fucking sleeping out in the open. I mean, let's just agree to disagree. But anyway, that is my little 2 cents on cheap, easy, $12.99. She found a thermos, the fucking Inkbird for fucking $25. Fucking brand new deal. Fucking, because I told her, I thought the Inkbirds were about $35, $40, and she found brand new one fucking $25 fucking on either eBay or Amazon. So your thermostats are fucking actually, they're cheap enough. But this is really the most expensive thing that you're gonna have. But it's gonna be the most important fucking thing out of everything to do with your ball python is this fucking thermostat. Not this garbage jump start, but a good thermostat. Everybody says don't skimp on your thermostat. You can skimp on your heat mat because you got a good thermostat fucking regulating it. You know what I mean? $12.99. Bigger mat than I ever. This is the biggest mat I'll ever need for anything, and I can use it in a PVC enclosure or whatever. It's not just for tubs. You know what I mean? It's thin as hell. I've got like fucking 8 of these fucking things, man. Because the first 2 years, these are all I used. So, you know, I'm not recommending shit that fucking that I haven't used myself. You know, like I said, $12. It's really cheap. You know, really cheap to get into snakes. Feeding them once a week when they're little, and then you feed them every 2 weeks, and then it fucking, as the sizes go up, you go every 3 weeks, and then you go every month, and then they get fucking on really big sizes, then you go fucking a month and a half. I don't know anybody. I don't think they go any longer than a month and a half. Fucking any snakes, and I don't know if I'd fucking feed any of mine month and a half. I'd probably keep mine on a month every month. But I might alternate from, you know, let's just say extra large rat to, okay, now the next meal I might give a regular large rat. You know what I mean? I'll alternate probably my food sizes and keep mine on a once a month schedule, you know. But I'll regulate their body size to what size food I feed and length of time I hold them apart in between feeds. Oh, she got lucky. I thought she drove fucking half an hour. You got a 21 by 24 mat for like $17. See, I mean, for the most part, all the shit minus the thermostat, and I don't fucking care. You know, if somebody comes to me and says, I spent $300 on a thermostat for my fucking snake, I'm going, fuck yeah, good for you. You know what I mean? Because, and I'm not saying you need to spend $300, but when people say they didn't go fucking cheap on their thermostats, they get a big thumbs up from me. But you don't have to go all elaborate. Inkbirds are a fucking great thermostat. A great cheap thermostat. You know, and you can spend extra money and get Wi-Fi, so when you're away from home, you can check it on your phone. You know what I mean? And the thermostats have come a long fucking ways, and the prices are coming down each year a little bit, the older the technology gets, you know what I mean? But they're still good shit. I've got one, like I said, I've got an Inkbird running my fucking incubator. And your incubators, you don't want to drop more than 1 degree or go up 1 degree from what you've got it set. And, you know, really, you don't want it changing at all. So, and I've gotten, 4 or 5 clutches, 6 clutches now, 3, 4, 5 clutches now out of that, and that Inkbird's fucking gotten me every one of those clutches. Has ran this incubator every one of those clutches. I wasn't, you know, I didn't go hog wild on my thermostat, but I made sure I got a fucking good one when it came to my fucking to my incubator. 50 for the Wi-Fi ink one. Well. Yeah, well, Evan, she just found an Inkbird. Fucking, she sent me the screenshot. Danielle did. She got the blue Inkbird, or found a blue Inkbird brand new for $25 fucking dollars. $90 for the cheapest VE stat. No shit, those are nice too. Those VE stats. I didn't realize they were that cheap. I pretty much thought they were at least $150. That's why I haven't been fucking, you know, telling anybody about those. I didn't know that. I thought about $150 was the cheapest fucking VE stat you could get. So that's, and those are good too. You know, those have an alarm on them and all that. You could set it to pulse so it doesn't do the dimmer where it gets up to temperature and then it dims and then it comes back up again. You know, that's what I like about my Herbistat 6. But I would never tell anybody to go buy a Herbistat 6 for one snake or even 3 or 4 snakes. You know, the Herbistat 6 is about the fucking most expensive fucking thermostat you can buy. And, you know, that everybody's heard of. Yeah, well, check Mystic Morphs. There are a lot of fucking used thermostats, Herbistat 6s and VE thermostats on fucking Marketplace. You know, you can check Marketplace too for that shit. You know, anybody that's used to fucking buying shit offline, I have no problem telling people to go because they have an idea what to fucking look for scammers, you know what I mean? But I would not fucking be opposed to going and picking a thermostat up in person. You know what I mean? And being able to make sure that it works. You know, as long as you got a way to fucking make sure the thing works before you actually buy it and not just have somebody ship it to you, I'd fucking go buy a used one. No problem. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking racks, and stuff on there right now, but there ain't nothing around here. It's all Texas, Florida, all those places fucking all got tons of fucking racks available and shit right now, enclosures. I mean, Christ fucking, my Boas would be set right up right now. I found somebody that had fucking 4 of the 1 foot by 5 foot, or no, they were 6 foot. They were 1 foot tall by 6 foot by 2 foot for $100 a piece. Fucking, but it's in Texas. You know, I would have fucking definitely scoffed them right up. You know, PVC enclosures, double sliding doors, fucking. Geez, that's cheap. $120 for 200. That's fucking cheap. That is a good deal, without a doubt deal, for sure. But if somebody's trying to pinch even more pennies than that, fucking Inkbird, there's nothing wrong with Inkbirds. You know. But once Danielle gets the snake home, it won't be her last one. Because then all your kids are going to want one of their own that they can say is theirs. You know, and they're super easy for even kids to take care of. I mean, they only go to the bathroom once they've eaten, you know, and if they're eating every 2 weeks, they're not going to fucking go to the bathroom but maybe once or twice in that fucking 2 weeks. You know, it's going to be after they've eaten. Yes, I do too when you get a few, but anything under like, I would say 5 or 6, don't really need to spend that much money. You know what I mean? On a thermostat. But that's just me. But I do recommend fucking, those are the 2 top brands, if you ask me, is the VE thermostats and the Herbistat 6s. They've been around for a long fucking time, and a ton of fucking breeders have been using them forever. You know, but, you know, you are going to pay for good stuff. But a lot of us don't mind paying when we know we're getting good shit, you know? Yeah. Yeah, see, I think the Herbistat for the 2 that will run 2 fucking heat mats, 2 separate probes, I think that one's $200. Fucking 250 maybe. The Herbistat is fucking more expensive. But I honestly don't think fucking there's much difference between the Herbistat 6 and the V's thermostats. They both have about the same functions. You know. They all have the capability to run lighting and I can run like a moisture, a mister off mine. If I had like something that needed a mister, I could fucking program that one to run a mister and all that shit. And I'm pretty sure VE has the same one too, that you can run misters, lighting, and all that. Uh-oh. All right, button down the hatches, Danielle. Yeah, that's the whole reason for fucking two. I got the Herbistat sixes, so I got 6 probes. I can run. I literally they say that I could run up to like 4 of these fucking racks off one probe, but I wouldn't dare do that because you're running one probe and then you're running all them fucking racks into like one like runway. You know what I mean? A power strip fucking, but there's gonna be fluctuation, so I like to run one rack per fucking probe, and you know that's why I bought 2 Herbistat sixes, because 1 6 can run all these racks, and then I got the other one to run all my other separate shit separately. And when I did my snake racks, I preferred having each level having its own probe and having its own heat map. I really don't really, that's the fucking one thing that I don't like about these kind of racks is that, yes, it has one continuous heat tape, but there is a fluctuation from the fucking very bottom tub to the fucking middle tub. You know, there's always going to be a fluctuation fucking in temperatures from where your probe is actually set, whether it's the very fucking top tub or the bottom tub. Bottom tub could be really cold, the top tub could be warm. You know, that's my personal opinion. I like having each heat mat having its own probe, so I know each fucking level is at the what it actually should be. And that, because a lot of these snakes have just gotten used to it. A lot of what's going on in this rat is these snakes are just used to that temperature over the 6 years, and they're fine with it. You know what I mean? But when I first put them in there, from having them in a rack system that each fucking level had its own probe and was regulated, so there was no fluctuation in each level. They were all exactly the same. So when I put them in the rack, there was a little bit of fluctuation, and there was a little bit of fucking them having to get used to the temperature, not just the fucking rack itself, but the temperature, you know, and all that. But they're fine now. But I guarantee you a lot of it, they acclimated to fucking the tub. It's not so much that, you know, the temperature is perfect in that from the bottom tub. It's that they acclimated to each tub. Yeah, Dale keeps his probe tub empty. So that way fucking he doesn't have the heat of the snake also throwing that off. But I don't. I've got snakes in all my levels that my probe's at. Okay, I like to keep my, if a snake gets on the probe, it can change all the rack temps. So yeah, I know that, but most everybody that does racks fucking got snakes in them too. But all mine, they've been like that for Christ 6 years now, and they seems fine. Like you said, I do believe though it's them acclimating more than fucking that it's necessarily exactly. I know that this because all my fucking, from when I first did this, everybody was saying to use the middle rack, or they were using the very bottom one because this one was fucking so much colder when they fucking use this middle one. And like I said, this one is 2 degrees hotter than this fucking tub, you know, and I'm pretty sure her up here is warmer than any of these 2 tubs because the heat rises, you know. So if that was the case, I could take a snake out of the very top tub in order to fucking, because you know that one's probably warm, you know. Well, no, I fucking yeah. He's got the extra space, so he can do that too. I don't. I've got to utilize my whole rack. I don't even have the option of fucking having an open fucking tub in my racks. Especially once I do have fucking some empty tubs right now, waiting for those babies to come out and fill them. But yeah, I'm at fucking max capacity. Fucking that's why I still got another fucking snake coming out of here, just so I got a snake out of these racks I can take out and stick in Raven's tub. Because she's also Raven's ready to go up too, though. So Raven's going in another one of these 66 quarts. So Raven's coming out. Somebody's going in Raven's tub, and then I'm gonna have another level that I can put two babies in, and that will take up all my racks again. And when I start selling babies off, once babies can stop being shipped because they've eaten, then I can put Motley back up into her bigger tub, because I stuck her back down in the small tub because I had to take away her big tub to have another slot for another baby. So, yeah, it sucks. It's always fucking for me, because I'm at max capacity pretty much always. There's always some shuffling around that I have to do when babies are coming. Although the last clutch I would manage to get a whole VE6 rack that was empty before just babies, and I ended up fucking filling those slots too. Oh, mine has been now. Now I'm back to normal. Feeling back to normal since I stopped taking those meds. My mind don't race as much. I felt fucking all over the place on those meds too. And they didn't seem to fucking do what I wanted them to do, which was fucking to help me fucking stop getting so angry about little stuff, but it didn't do anything for that. Just made me grit my teeth, and my fucking stomach was constantly turning, and it was worse if I ate, and I felt worse fucking on those pills. Minus, it did seem to help my back a little bit, because it was also, these were anti-anxiety, but they were also a pain med. It was a dual medication, and it did seem to help my back a little bit, like my fucking hip stopped burning, but it always feels like I got something in my back pocket now on that side. So instead, it's almost like my ass is numb. Instead of hurting, it's numb now. Feels like I got a wallet in that pocket when there's nothing there. So when I walk around, it feels like I got something in the back of my pocket, which is weird. Yeah, I am. But my kid's wedding's coming up, and I don't have another doctor's appointment for 5 weeks, because they put me 5 weeks out, because they figured by then these meds would, be in full effect, because they said it'd take 3 to 4 weeks. I can't take them for 3 to 4 weeks and feel like that, not sleep. I see that show. That's on Night at the Roxbury. Did you just touch my ass? Oh, yeah, I get it now. You're talking about mine. Yeah. But I stopped taking them yesterday. Yesterday was the first day I didn't take them. That and the root didn't want to work either. And I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't taking anything that's going to make my root not work. And you can't take everything away from me. So I was like, no, with all that shit messing me up, that was the last straw. Oh, what are we gonna do? Can I wait and see if Danielle got any more questions? Kind of waiting to see if she comes back. Yes. No, some things I could deal with, but I'm not dealing with a fucking limp root. No, I'm not. I don't need a limp Triscuit. Yeah. No, I still gotta pop it. I won't pop them. Mine has had enough meals for me to feel confident and not hurting or popping or I hate when they're fucking that little, man. I'm so worried about hurting them. So I like them to at least get 4 or 5 meals in them, and then I feel at least then fucking you know what I mean? They got something to help fight if I'm not doing it exactly right. I'm just worried that I'm gonna fucking hurt them when they're that little. Oh no shit! It's already raining. Yeah, well, it's flooding in Louisiana. Is it Louisiana or something like that? New Orleans. It's fucking flooding in New Orleans, I guess. Do you have any more questions, Danielle? Because obviously, fucking, we've got time still, so it's not like you got to know everything right now. And any questions that you have, you're more than welcome. Fucking send them whenever they come into your head. Don't worry about fucking asking, too many separate questions and all that. I don't care. It isn't going to bother me. It makes me feel good that people fucking ask questions. It makes me feel way better about people getting snakes from me when they ask a lot of fucking questions. Because those questions are going to fucking make sure that the snakes that they get from me are going to be well taken care of. They're not going to be not taken care of because people don't have enough knowledge. It's just going to be because they haven't taken the knowledge that they have and putting it to good use to their snake. I know Danielle's not one of those. Danielle's going to take this knowledge and it's going to go into keeping that snake perfect. Oh, it's easy to set the thermostat, Danielle. The thermostat. Oh, come on. I'm going to find it again. Hold on. It comes with instructions. They're easy. On the thermostat. Okay, well, I'll plug it in. I got a plug I can plug in. Okay, see it? When you first get it, to set it, you're going to hold the set button in. You hold it in until it starts blinking. You see it blinking? Then you're going to use your up and down arrow to set your temperature. I like to start at 90. See it's blinking? I set it at 90, it's blinking. You're going to hold that set button in. How come it didn't do it? Oh, it says it's heating. But in order to set it again, you got to push the set button. Once you get the temperature set what you want, you got to hit the set button and hold it in again. And normally it blinks to tell you that it's set. Now your probe, you're going to tape it on your heat mat. Because your heat mat is way bigger, way bigger than what you need. You're going to put it on the section of the heat mat that you're going to be putting your tub on. So you're going to tape this probe here. Now this is what regulates your thermostat. I mean your heat mat. Okay? So you're going to have because like I said, because this heat mat, you only need this much heat mat. You only need a little bit under your tub. So you're gonna be where you're gonna be putting your tub on that much of your heat mat, because you don't want too much of it. It will make the whole enclosure too warm. So you only want a small section, but you want that on the half that you're gonna be running. So you're gonna tape this down with either duct tape or some foil tape if you've got it. But the least, the the best tape to use is either duct tape or full tape, or Gorilla Tape. Tape your probe down, and you're gonna set your tub right over the top of that probe. Now you're only gonna want a little bit underneath your tub. You don't want much under this because you only need a small section. You want to see how little that snake's gonna look in there? You see that? Look, that snake literally only needs that much heat mat. That's all it needs. That's all it will need, even as if it once it's like 6 to 800 grams. It's not going to need much more heat mat than that. But you want your probe underneath the part of the heat mat that your snake's going to be on. Okay? And let me see here. And like I said, on that thermostat that you have, it has a cord coming off it with the outlets there. This one has an outlet right there. You're gonna plug your heat mat into the thermostat, and then your probe goes on your heat mat. Now you're gonna start at 90, but you're gonna have a temp gun to make sure that doesn't need to come up, because just because this is 90 doesn't mean it's going to be 90 in the bottom of your tub. So you need to be able to check the bottom of your temperature of your tub, and that's why this heat gun comes in. I like to start at 90, but normally you're going to have to go a little higher than 90 to get your hot spot right inside your tub for your snake. And this is your snake. But literally, my finger is bigger around than that snake. See how, look, my finger is bigger around. This snake looks big here, but it is tiny. I mean, tiny. Is the high number on the top, the bottom, lower number on the bottom. What number? What do you mean number? Yes, you want the hide over your hot spot. You want your water in the cool side. Yes. I don't understand what she's talking about. How many holes? You only need 3 holes. About the size of a pencil on the top of the lid. That's it. And if you're losing too much humidity, you can close 2 of them holes right off. 1 hole is more than enough. I could get away with absolutely no holes because this tub isn't airtight. But I still recommend, even on a non-airtight tub, to still have at least 1 hole in it. But I start with 3 because a lot of times what happens is your humidity will come up so high that it's nice to have the extra 2 holes in the top. So yes, and if you have the water bowl, you have the heat mat underneath where the water bowl is, it'll bring your humidity way up, and they're gonna have warm drinking water. You always. Look, see, I've got this tub set up just the way you're supposed to have it. Water on the cold side, that over the heat. The heat's always in the back of these racks on the bottom. So, but you only need 3 holes in the top of your mat, in the top of your tub. Yes, but on a bigger enclosure, you could have a hide on the cold side and the warm side. So, but you definitely, if you've only got 1 hide, you're running 1 hide like I am, you definitely want the hide over the hot spot. Ha! I doubt her kids would want to care about calling their snake Dale. Fucking. Thank you, Evie. There's no high and low number. On that thermostat that you get, you're going to be able to set the drop. You're going to have to go look at the instructions on it, Danielle. You know, when it comes, it will tell you. You want to set the drop so the temperature don't drop more than a degree too. And it's real easy. It's not hard. I mean, you saw how yes, normally, but there is a difference between that map, okay? This map is going to be, this mat temperature is going to be different than the bottom inside this tub, because there's a gap. There's a gap, air gap here, and there's plastic. So you're going to have to raise your temperature up to get the right temperature in your tub. Just because that heat mat's 90 doesn't mean that your tub bottom temperature is 90. That's why I say you really need to get a temperature gun, because you're going to need to make sure that hot spot is 88 to 90 degrees. If it gets higher than that, you got a chance that you're going to burn your snake. But above and beyond all that, good chance it's not going to eat. If you got the temperatures too high, you can burn your snake, and with ball pythons, that's all it would take for it not to want to eat, if the temperatures are too high. So you really got to have a temp gun. But I like to start at 90 degrees. But I'm pretty sure, for an example, in order for me to get 90 degrees inside her tub, she's at 95 degrees on my thermostat. Okay? In order to get 90 degrees in the bottom of her tub, her heat mat has to be set at 95 degrees to get 90. That just goes to show, just because your heat mat is set at 90 doesn't mean that's actually the temperature in the bottom of your tub. That's why everybody needs a temp gun to regulate that temperature. And I periodically still go through my racks and make sure my temperatures are good, because my temperatures do fluctuate in here from wintertime to summertime temps. It's 68 to 70 degrees in here most of the time in the wintertime, and right now we're at 80 degrees, you know, because I'm not running my AC today. So there's a big temp fluctuation in here. Fucking thing. See, I'm getting aggravated. Fucking by this, not you, Danielle. My fucking stand's aggravating me because I got it fucking set too big. Yeah, that's better. Yes, yeah, and those temp guns are cheap too. Evie will tell you, Evie's got one of these. I'm pretty sure Evan went and got himself one. I mean, this is a necessity to go with your thermostat. You have no idea. Our body temperature is 98.6 degrees. It should feel not hot to your touch. 88 to 90 degrees is their hot spot. Our body temperature is 98.6. So you can't go and use your hand and go, oh, it fucking feels cool in there. Because it should feel cool to our touch, because it's fucking almost 10 degrees, cooler. So that's where this temp gun, that's why everybody that fucking does any videos, this is the next thing that they say is the most important thing besides your buying a good thermostat. Don't buy this junk fucking jump start. This is just for an example. But that's all it is. To set this, you hold the button in, it'll blink, and then you set your temperature for whatever you want, and I'm just, up and down or whatever, and then you push the start button, and then you got to hold it in, and I think you got to hold it in for 3 seconds on this one. And there we go, it's set. So, but you also, like I said, on yours, you can set a drop temperature, so the temperature only will drop like 1 degree. You want to set it at that. You want to make sure you set the drop temperature so it only drops 1 degree, and you can do the high temperature to where it only go a degree higher than what you set it on those ink birds. That's why they're a lot better than this, and those will shut off if they get too hot. This thing will just fucking keep sending the power to your mat whether it don't need it or not when these malfunction. And these, you do take a chance of burning your snake or burning your house down with these jump starts. These are really only good for a seedling mat. These jump starts. The Inkbird is a total different, better thermostat than any jump start. But they're cheap too. So all you need is just a water bowl and a hide in there. I have a heat mat with a good thermostat regulating it. A temp gun to be able to check your temperatures on the bottom, on the bottom floor to check the what do you call it? Somebody help me out here. Surface temperature. You need this to get the surface temperature of the inside of the bottom of your tub. And you only want a little bit of heat mat. You don't need, even if that snake was the size of this girl, because this girl's only got a 3-inch heat mat. All these tubs right here, there's literally have a heat mat that's this wide. That's it. See how big she is? That's all that she's got for a heat mat. So don't think because your snake gets bigger, that this tub needs to be on that much of the fucking mat. You'll end up burning your snake. If you have this much, it's way too much. Literally, you only want a little bit of heat mat underneath there because you want to make sure that you have a cool side and a warm side. Yes, you wasn't here for that? Take all of this up. You want to take the top up too. I keep dark mine right out. I black mine right out. All my tubs have always been blacked right out. You see these? They can't see through that. These are clear tubs. I put tape on them. I black all my tubs out. Dale doesn't on his, and he's had great success and all that. But babies do a lot better if you've got them where they feel safe and secure. So they don't really. I black tape. Well, look. You see that? I've actually put this blanket on because she doesn't like that window. Having that window open like that, every time I come in here, she's been in wicked food mode. I cover her up like this. Now she's gone back to being the way she was when I opened these tubs up. No food mode. You know what I mean? You don't see? No food mode. No pat her. No. Everything's good. I wouldn't have fucking done that with Roxy. Not the way she was acting in that fucking tub when I had that window wide open like that and I'd come in here. She went right into food mode. But you see, I taped that top all up. This was a completely, and another one. Taped that one all up too. I'm one that likes to dock all my tubs out. You can, once you get them used to you can start taking some, tape off, and you can try sticking them in another enclosure that's more open. But when you first get it, I would have it all taped up and get the snake eating. Get the snake eating, and then start messing with the enclosure and all that. But I'm talking get 6 to 10 meals in it, and get it that it's eaten every 7 days. If it's eaten every 7 days and it's eaten 6 to 10 meals, then you can go ahead and start messing with the enclosure and stuff. But right off the bat, I would definitely try to keep them feeling as safe and secluded as possible. And the transition will go so much smoother. Evie's all ate 3 days after her getting them, but Evie went and set them up the way they were used to being set up here. You know, so that's the other thing. You want to find out how the breeders that you're getting these snakes from keep them and house them. You know, because those snakes are going to be used to that kind of situation. And I'm not saying you can't change it later, but get your new snakes eating first, and then start changing shit up if you want. Just you want to get them eating on a regular basis. Okay, I thought on the thermostat you set the temperature where you need it, like a high number on the top. And no. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, 90 degrees is someplace to start, because you want your hot spot. And if you set it at 88 degrees, well, then you want it to stay about 88 degrees. You don't want it fluctuating. That's why you don't want the on and off jump start. You want that temperature staying steady, regular at 90. But because of the plastic and the air gap that's in the bottom, your bottom temperature is going to be different than the heat mat. Sometimes the heat mat will say 90 and you'll have 90 in your tub. But in my case, every fucking thermostat I got is set over 90 degrees. Put it that way, for here. But that's here. If your ambient temperature in your house is warmer than mine normally is, then you're probably going to be closer to the 90 than I am. I'm at 93.5 on these racks here to get the 90 hot spot because of the tubs. You know what I mean? Plus there's a gap between where the tub is because it's recessed. The heat tape's recessed, so there's an air gap. Who's ignoring her? I don't know this Zimmer guy. Hi, Casey. Just dropped by to say hi. Oh, yes, because, yeah, see, Evan's got an ink bird. I forgot. And it's easy to set up, isn't it? Once you have the actual directions in front of you, it's real easy to set up, Danielle. I do too, Casey. My tubs all go up in the wintertime because my ambient temperature drops. So in the wintertime, I go up about 2 degrees like you're talking. Just like you. I raise mine up 2 degrees in the wintertime, and in the summertime, I drop my racks down 2 degrees. Exactly. No, not on the very bottom. The bottom you don't. But I put on the bottom here, and I put over the top. I like them to be as dark as possible. They like being in fucking dark spaces, dark small spaces. Different. It is interesting to see how they react to certain simulations such as light, but I do the night cycle deal. I do too. I leave a light on in this room during the day. There's always a light on in this room during the day. Fucking when I leave this, the only time I dark it out is when I go to bed at night, and then I shut the light off. But that's the first place I come into in the morning and turn the light on. I give mine a dark and light cycle too, because there's still a gap over the fucking tubs. They still get light in their tubs, but they just don't feel like anybody's like peering right in on them. This guy went off fucking food for 3 fucking weeks. Because he was in a tub like this with the gray duct tape, and he felt too exposed. 3 fucking weeks he went without food, and never refused before. I got this other tub, put the black tape to it. He ate 2 fucking nights after sticking him in there. Now he's back on food. And I know it's the simple fact that the gray duct tape lets more light in and he felt more exposed. You know, so by duct taping him all up, now he eats. These guys here, when I left it, I had a little window open for them because I thought maybe they'd fucking like it. They fucking constantly roaming. Would not settle in. They were just constantly fucking roaming with that fucking light in there. And I gave them a couple weeks. They still ate, but they were just constantly roaming. And now that I fucking duct tape them up, I open them up, I look in there, and they're just fucking laying there relaxed. So, you know, it's just a matter of what some snakes want and what's, you know, and other snakes fucking are fine with. Find the snakes to you breed. Me? Ball pythons. They will have a better transition, yeah, because they seem as stress. They too, but everything is different, and it's not interesting to see how they react. Yeah, because they see as stress. Hello, Zima. Is it Zima? It's good you're saying, you know, I didn't I'll read it so. Yeah. So I should keep a light on during the day and turn it off at night? No, just I don't have any windows for daylight in this room. And if I shut this light, all the lights off, it's dark in here. You know what I mean? So I have that light on. That light out there that you see on now is the light that I run in here during the day. Because I have no light, no windows in here. If you've got them like in your living room or they're in an area that they're going to get a natural daylight, you know, from a window or whatever, that's all you need. But the only reason I leave a light on in here is because I've got no windows in here. So I give them a light cycle by leaving a light on, you know. I don't know about that because like Dale has his in like clear tubs. Some of his in clear tubs, and you know, and they do fine. You know what I mean? And I don't think they're like crystal clear. They're like, you know what I mean? They're like this. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like they're not real see through, but they get a lot more light through them than like my gray tubs. These gray tubs, they're not getting any light through this tub, but they are through the crack. Look how good this girl looks. She was the last one to lay. All back on food. Such a sweetheart. You know, stick my hand right in front of him. Oh, look. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, you're going to eat my finger? Oh, my God. Oh, don't do that. Boas, it's so food aggressive. So food aggressive. Look at me. Look at my hands. Oh, my God, you're going to eat me. Fuck no. Yeah. I like doing crazy, stupid shit that fucking people go, oh, fucking Boas, they're always so food motivated and all that. Yes. Fucking Feisty looks amazing. She looks amazing. You wouldn't even know that. It was only, what, a couple weeks ago she just fucking... not a couple weeks ago. It would have been, what, 60 days ago she laid eggs. 70 days ago. It's been over the 58 days. It's been 2 weeks over the 58 days. So however long that is. But no, and I got her. She went right back on food for me. You know, both my girls went right back on food for me quick. You know, which is awesome because that's the biggest thing. You know, once they lay, that's the fucking. That's the thing that everybody fucking looks for, wants to happen first, is to get them girls back on food as soon as they can. Look at this girl. Oh, she's all stressed and all that. Look, oh my God, she's so stressed. I got her right by her head. Oh my God, Bink, Bink. Oh my God.
You need anything, baby?
No, I
Something
don't.
to drink?
My gut fucking one of the best relationships with my fucking snakes people, and that's why I'm happy, and I will be happy for the rest of my life. Do I need something for what before you go where?
I ain't going anywhere, but I'll go sit down for a little bit.
Oh, I'll take coffee if you don't mind.
We got. Oh, don't do that.
You can say hi. My wife's still sick. I was surprised you did get a regular visual clown or Enchi clown, none an albino like last time you bred them. Dude, I got fucking 3 Enchi albino clowns. And 1 Enchi double het, 100% het clown, 100% het albino, and I got 2 Enchi albinos, 100% het clowns. I got way better than that. Fucking. Oh, I was thinking. No, I wasn't. Normally, you get better odds as they, more clutches you have with them. So going in my eyes, I know. And she looked like she was stressed, but she's not. It's just the way fucking she is when she first comes out. Fucking, you know what I mean? But it never amounts to nothing. I mean, look, I grab her right by her fucking head, and I'm not holding her. She could pull her head right out of my hands. Look, she's going fucking through my hand. She could care less. My boas are fucking just as chill as my fucking females. I don't know yet, but it don't matter. None of them are for sale. And if anybody wants any of my clown albino Enchis, you're paying $1,300 or more. There's 4 of them on Morph Market right now, $12.50 a piece. And I don't want to sell mine. That's why I'm giving ungodly prices on them. I'm keeping all 3 of those albino Enchi clowns, and now I have 4 of them in my collection. And then if I ever decide that later on I want to breed them, I'm guaranteed fucking clown albino Enchis. That's all I'll get out of those clutches. If I go with clown albino Enchi to clown albino Enchi, I'll make nothing but visuals of those. But I still got mom and dad that I could still fucking put in the mix too. So it works out good for me keeping them. Well, I was surprised that I didn't get another Enchi albino. Enchi. I was surprised I didn't get another one of these. Enchi clown. I was surprised I didn't get another one of him. But I fucking did way better fucking than I fucking would have if I got any clown hats. That was the best fucking clutch I could have possibly fucking asked for, honestly. Because even that Enchi double het still fucking, they're going for $300 on Morph Market right now. And I think I got him at, I don't remember what I priced him at. He's not 300. Mine's not 300. But he's 100% het for albino and clown. And he's visual Enchi. So he will produce clown albino Enchis. Or her. So that is a great fucking snake for fucking that to get into clown albino Enchis fucking cheap. Because I was surprised, because I figured that fucking, because they were $2,000. Clown albino Enchis fucking 3 years ago, they were $2,000. You couldn't get them for under $2,000. And I figured they were going to be down to $800 now, fucking. And then when I went to Morph Market, and there's one on there that's a 2020, but it's only 300 grams, and the guy wants $12.50 for it. And then there's three others on there. One's got fire in it also, on top of the same morphs that mine is, and they want $1,200 for that one, $11.99. So they're still holding their price, and I don't want to get rid of any of them. So I'm giving ungodly, stupid, you gotta love it more than me price. It's not because I fucking think that I'm gonna get that. I don't want to get it. And if somebody offers me 14, I'll probably come back at 15. I don't want to sell them, and I'm not planning on selling them. And I'm just being upfront now that, you know, I know when I said, oh, I want 13, 1400 for mine, it's because you gotta love them more than me. And most people are gonna they'd rather go buy somebody else's for that, which that's what I want. Go buy somebody else's. I don't want to sell mine. I'm stoked that I hit 3 this last clutch. And then I got 6 snakes, two albino enchies, 100% het clowns, and then I got 3 albino clown enchies, and then I got that double het fucking enchie, 100% het for clown, 100% het for albino. Fucking, that was awesome. The first clutch, I only hit 1 fucking albino enchie clown. So I'm super stoked with this clutch. Dale said he thought that I was going to hit fucking all of them were going to be at least albino. That's what Dale was close. Fucking, I missed it by 1. Missed it by 1 fucking snake. A Dale being fucking right when Dale said he fucking goes, I bet you'll hit all albinos at least. Fucking, and I came goddamn close to it. Yeah, I was too. I figured I would have hit a couple albino somethings and a couple of clown 100% albino stuff. And I was thinking that I was going to hit pretty close to like the odds that I did the first clutch from her. But Dale kept telling me, he goes, no, I'm telling you, you're going to do better than that. And he was right. Well, they do look like Dad. They do look like Dad. Dad is just an adult. So he's lost a lot of his whites. You can see him in person, but he's lost a lot of his whites, but he was a lot like them. But they've got more whites in them, and those albino enchies have a lot more white in them than he does. But they pretty much look a lot like Dad, you know. I mean, and Dada looks fucking really like Dad. That's Dada. That's the first albino clown, enchie. She's in shed though. But Dad on my left, daughter on my right. But see the clown, you can see the clown enchie on her as opposed to just the single enchie on him. But they're basically just like Dad, other than they've got more whites. They got more whites in him, but you can't really see all the whites in them because they're not showing up. Even under the light, you're not really seeing them. Because his yellows are just overpowering it, you know what I mean? But look at how nice and bright Dad still is for being 6 years old. You know, these albino stuff holds its color really well. And your enchie albinos, because of how much white they have in them, that white and that yellow are always going to pop. Yeah, they're not. There's white. She doesn't have as much white as Dad does. white in him, but it's being overpowered by the yellow and the fucking orange in him on camera here. Because it's not a bright white anyway. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, it's like a base color with all the other colors on top of it. So you're only seeing little bits of white peeking out here and there, you know what I mean? But there's a lot more light white on him than what the camera's showing, is what I was trying to say. I guess I must have pissed that Zippy guy off. I didn't see it. You know, today wasn't really a vlog. Today was just a video basically to help Danielle out, to get Danielle to where she's not gonna have any stress. You know, when her snake comes, we're gonna make sure Danielle's dialed right in and everything's fucking perfect, and because we got plenty of time, you know. But you definitely want to get your shit, set up before. You know, I like to do it a week before. Dale was like a month. Weren't it like a month? And, I mean, that's just Dale. Dale likes really thorough, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure Dale set his fucking rack up a month ahead of time. And he, even though he knew his rack was good, he still waited for like a month before he even put snakes in it. You know, I didn't. I went and set it up, gave it a day to adjust it, and then the next day I put snakes in, and I mean, worked for me, but but I'm just saying, I like a week, at least a week ahead, setting up enclosures. There are people out there that'll say 2 weeks. You'll get some that say 3 weeks. Yes, I like them too, fucking, because there's very few morphs out there that hold their color. Obviously, white is one of them. You know what I mean? The bells. I mean, obviously, the bells hold their color wonderful. You know, your lessers. You know, you put lesser with shit. Fucking those hold their color really well, but albino stuff really does. The yellow always stays nice. Your orange snakes. See, you know, some of your orange snakes, like Capone, is still really orange. You know, in a yellowish orange. He's not nearly as bright, but a lot of your orange stuff, you know, holds its color too. He's a genetic stripe. But then you got, you know, clown stuff tends to fucking, unless it's got albino in it, is gonna fucking fade, you know. Some more than others. It doesn't mean that that they get horrible. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that clowns, they look horrible. Some clown genes do. Fucking, I'm not real happy the way my clown pie fucking, you know, looks now compared to when I first got her. She is fucking dull as shit, you know. But I still love her. You know, but she's not a feisty, which still looks pretty fucking good. She's actually held her colors really well compared to this grayed out, browned out, you know, clown. Now you got this guy, granted, he's in shed, but look at how much brighter he is for a clown. You know what I mean? Granted, he's in shed, but because he's got albino in him. You know, it depends on what the clown has for genes in it also that dictates, you know, your dulling and shit. But for your run-of-the-mill clowns, they're gonna fucking, you know, they're gonna darken up. And there are other snakes out there that do. They all get a little less bright. Even my albinos have you know, darkened up some. But yes, they're still bright. But they're not nearly as bright as they were when they were babies. It's just part of it. It's just what happens, you know. It does suck about it, but that's why a lot of people breed certain fucking moths into those snakes that darken up and keep them nice and bright still. Desert Ghost. Desert Ghost is another one that fucking holds its fucking brightness good. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Dale must be driving home now, maybe. Time is it? Anybody know? But like I said, Danielle, any fucking questions that you have between now, you can hit me up. You can hit Dale up. You know, I know Dale's more than happy to help anybody out too. You know, anybody that wants, and you can. It doesn't hurt to fucking talk to multiple people. I'm not perfect. You know, I guarantee you there's shit that I probably said today that plenty of people can pick apart and say, oh, I do things differently. It doesn't hurt to see how other people do shit too, you know, but you definitely just want to make sure that you know that these guys is fucking snakes eat on regular. As long as their snakes eat on regular, I wouldn't have any problem talking to them. But if you're talking to somebody that has snakes going off food for 3 months, 6 months, and like a lot of them, no, I wouldn't really fucking probably hold much of a candle to anything that they tell you. You know. Oh, no shit. Awesome. Sounds good, buddy. Wish I lived closer. I'd be over there fucking asking for some vittles. But have a good day, Mystic. Appreciate you hanging out. 2:14. My wife's laying down, I think. I know I'd show the other babies, but I really don't want to mess with them. I'm trying to make sure that fucking that's not why my fucking other ones haven't eaten yet. All right, Casey, have a good one. Appreciate that. Oh, they will. It's not a big deal. I mean, fucking, there are people that have babies that don't eat for a fucking month. I mean, yes, it's different than my other 3 clutches, but it's nothing that's out of the normal. It might not be normal for me, but it's not abnormal for everybody else to have them go a long time without eating. You know what I mean? And most people don't even try to assist feeding already. I mean, it seems like a long time, but it's really not. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not a long time at all. They're not hurting. It's not hurting them a bit. You know what I mean? It just, ball pythons suck. They are picky on everything. And it don't take but a few little things to be off. But these babies just aren't used to eating. It's not that these guys have something off and that's what's doing it to them. What it is they don't want to fucking eat yet. But it is warmer too. Fucking, you know, that might be it too. It's warmer this time of year than my other clutches. My other clutches were like just before we got snow. So the climate could be affecting them too. Maybe it's a little warm, you know, but they'll acclimate to it and they'll eat here. It's really not a big deal. No, because I only took out fucking three babies to feed last night anyway. I don't take out 7 to feed 7 snakes. I take out 3 to 4 and I try to feed all of them. You know what I mean? Because those baby fucking mice are so easy to thaw out. I could thaw them out in like a half an hour easily, if not sooner, just in warm water. So my whole thing is I take out just enough to where if snakes eat those, I'll go pull more out and thaw them out real quick, you know, and then try to feed the others. If I had snakes that ate all those and I didn't get a chance to offer the other baby's snake, you know, the other baby's food, I would have just pulled more food out. But I don't start right out. I've got 6 snakes to feed out of that first clutch. I'll only pull 3 to 4 feeders out to try to feed all of them. You know, I'm not gonna waste food. But Motley can fucking eat that size for a snack. I could feed those off to my other snakes as snacks It's not like I'm throwing them away. I just don't fucking, I just can't, feed them off to the ones that I try to feed them off to. I'll give them to other snakes, but I won't write them down as they ate anything. I just chalk it up to as, oh, I gave them a snack. Because they're not gonna always get their optimal size in the wild. You know what I mean? They're opportunist animals. Fucking ball pythons aren't chasing down their fucking food to eat it. You know what I mean? They're not. They're not that type of snake. To go a short distance, yes, but they're not like gonna go fucking. They're not gonna go from here to over to that corner running to chase their food down. It's just not gonna happen. It's not what ball pythons do. No, they get whatever comes near them. You know, they will go to a different area, I guarantee, if they're not getting any luck with anything coming near them here. They'll go to a different area, but they're not like fucking chasing their fucking food down. Ball pythons aren't like that. Do I think fucking boa constrictors will? Absolutely. I've seen them motherfuckers chase their food down. We've all seen videos where boa constrictors and other snakes will literally chase their food down. And I'm not saying like on a dead run, but you'll see them right on like a fucking trail of something. Ball pythons aren't like that because they don't like being out in the open. At night they might be on a trail or whatever, but they're going to be moving way slower than any other snake. Even your Burmese pythons are moving faster than your ball pythons. You know, yes, they can run, but they're only running to get away from shit. They're not running anything down to eat it. So I will like offer fucking that small food off to snakes that it's way too small for them to eat. But like I said, I never chalk it up to as, oh, that's food. Now we're gonna hold. Now they're gonna go wait a week because I gave them a snack. No, you know. But that's probably about it. Probably for today. And this video will go up, Danielle, so you'll be able to go back and rewatch this in case you missed anything or anything like that. But obviously, you're more than welcome to fucking send me any messages, any questions that you fucking have, and I'm more than happy to fucking, give you my take on it. So, with that being said, I guess we're probably going to shut down for today because there isn't a whole lot to talk about. And it's hot. I'm starting to feel hot. I don't feel great today. But I wanted to get this video out because I know that Danielle's anxious to get shit together and to feel a little farther ahead of what she feels that she is right now. You don't really need an alarm. Just because it has an alarm, all of them will shut off if they get too hot. You don't need an alarm to tell you that it's too hot. That was just a kind of a perk, but just having that thermostat will shut off if it gets too hot. You don't necessarily need an alarm, Danielle, but you definitely want to be able to shut your high temperature off so it only goes a degree or two higher than what you set it, or in your drop. You want to be able to set your temperature drop too. You want to make it so it doesn't drop more than a degree or two. But I'm pretty sure all them ink birds all do that. Those ink birds are great, few single snake fucking thermostat. Or the VE, if you want a good thermostat, but it's gonna cost you a little more, is that VE thermostat. The VE6 thermostat. I think it's it's a VE 100, VE 200, something like that, but it's a VE thermostat by Reptile Basics. So, but anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. I'll try to get back in the next couple days, but if by judging it by the way my wife's been, I probably won't be back for probably 3-4 days because it kicked her ass for 3 days in a row now. I think today's day 4. So, but anyway, I hope everybody has a good day. Stay safe. Don't eat cats. Don't eat ducks. Don't eat people's pets. Thank you, Danielle. I'm still running my face up there. That's what I'm waiting for. Me to stop running my face. Oh, shit. Why am I still running my fucking mouth up there? I've been standing here forever. Been standing here forever waiting for me to fucking shut the fuck up there so I can shut this live down. Big delay. Wicked. But anyway, peace out, everyone. You guys got to hear me say goodbye anyway. Talk to you later, Evan. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, everybody else that's still in here, Dale. We'll talk to you guys, everybody, later. Peace out.